Um, Hiya. I'm Jessie. I'm from Maluku, 14th place flop. And somehow I got invited back for another season. Season 15, Matsu Islands. It's day one, and I'm really, really excited. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. I've been really excited to come back. And so far, it's going pretty well, actually. I get a really, really good vibe from my tribe. I think they're a really cool bunch of people. The over 18 thing, or 18 and over thing, is quite cool. I got kind of screwed over by a 16-year-old in my first season, so yeah, it's kind of neat to be on a tribe of all the old farts. But that being said, you can have idiots and flip-floppers and untrustworthy people of any age, so I'm not taking everyone for granted just because they're my own age, but I do think that we have a really cool group. We did get to talk a little bit tonight, which was cool, and I managed to talk to just about everyone, which is neat. On my tribe we have Jen, who before the game started, in like viewing lounges and stuff, she was being really nice to me, and I don't know if that's just because she's a really nice person, because she is, and that just seems like the kind of thing that she would do, is just be nice to everyone, but I kind of had a theory that she might be on the season and knew that I would be, or knew that I might be, and so decided to suck up to me or be nice to me, or she's just a really neat person, or it's a bit of both. So kind of going on that, I did try harder than I usually would to be really nice to her, which is easy because she's a great person, but yeah, seeing that she was on the cast did make me really happy because that was someone that I knew a little bit coming in. Cody is really neat. We did a call in the tribe chat tonight, and he and I were on the entire time along with Daniel, and I think he's really neat. He's like an Edgic nerd, and we really bonded over that, and after the call was over, I messaged him just to see if I could kind of like just say, you know, that was cool, I think you're neat, and just kind of make a friend at least. And he responded well and said, you know, I liked hanging out with you, and he said I was like the most interesting person on the tribe, and I was like, I'll take that, you are too. And we kind of, out of that bond, we kind of had like a natural alliance-ish talk come up. I think both of us are a bit sheepish, and I'm hesitant to seem like I'm overplaying and coming out the gate saying I want you an alliance, because that doesn't work out, and that can be very off-putting for a lot of people. So just the fact that it came up naturally was good, and he kind of said, like, you know, we need to find like the third to our Charlie's Angels, and I said that's it, that's the alliance name. So I mean, if he's looking for a third, that's good. I think that he might be kind of similar to me in that like a lot of people feels more comfortable in a majority alliance, and so if he's going to be the one to put that together, I think that works out well for me, because as a returning player, I really don't want to come off as like trying to get in good with everyone, which is exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, I think having him on my side, I think initially will be a really good thing. Daniel was on the call as well, and he was really cool. We had a good bond, but I didn't follow up with him after, so I think I might do that tomorrow. Candace was on the call as well, and we had a good chat. So I think she's quite neat. Dom, I had a suspicion might be on the season because I'd seen that he'd like reblogged a couple of the casting posts, so I like followed his blog in the hopes that if we ended up on the same tribe, he would be like, oh, I recognize you, and that ended up being what happened. So I said, yeah, I recognize you too. So just having a little something to go off before the game is nice, and I think he's a really cool dude. Gerda, I know, played on the org and sub-orgs and stuff, and I think she's won a couple times, so she's definitely somebody I want to keep my eye on. But she says she's quite good at challenges, so I think that's, if she is, then a lot of people are going to want to keep her around, so getting on her good side would definitely be a good idea. And Michelle is also a returnee and also pre-merge like me, so we have that in common. And she's really, really nice. The only thing is that I feel like because there's only 3 returnees on an 11-person tribe, if the 3 of us come off as a trio or are, kind of joining alliances together, it would be a really easy divide for people to go, okay, let's just get the returnees out of here, like 8 versus 3, that's really, really nice numbers. So if Michelle's name came up, for whatever reason, not that I think it will, because she's so lovely and everybody really seems to like her, I just don't know that if I'm, if I have a good thing going with Jen, if her name comes up, it's perhaps not the best thing for me to try and protect her, because coming off as a trio of returning players, even though me and Michelle both went early, it could be really intimidating for everyone else. I don't mean that to sound conceited, but I just don't want to make myself out to be more of a threat, so getting the 3rd returnee out might be a good move, but that could easily change and I'll have to see how it goes. Ryan, I think played on the org with Molly, who I know from Maluku, so we had a chat about that. Sean I didn't talk to a lot, but I guess I'll try again tomorrow. And then Simon hasn't been online yet, and he could very well come into the chat tomorrow. He and just slot right in, but say if he's away for a few days and then comes into the game late and alliances have already formed or relationships have already formed, then that could very well be a good thing for me, because I'm terrible in flash games. There's like a couple that I'm good at. I can do 2048, I can do Squishy Bird, and then like everything else I have to try for hours and hours and hours on end to get like an average score. So to have someone else kind of become the target early could be a really, really good thing for me, because I don't want to be seen as letting the tribe down. So at this stage my strategy is just to build good relationships with everyone and not be the one pushing for an alliance, even though it's kind of my instinct to want to get in a group and feel safe about numbers. Just letting other people take the lead, because that wasn't something I did very well in Maluku. Like my social game was okay, but there were a couple of people in my alliances that I made to feel were on the bottom, even though they weren't. Or, there were people that were on the bottom that I didn't hide that from at all, as good of a job as I thought I was doing. So, yeah, my strategy this time around is to stay calm pre-merge, because I didn't do that last time, and not try, don't make myself out to be a strategic threat, because the person that you want to get rid of early is everything that I was my first time around: shit and challenges and overly strategic. So yeah, I'm probably going to end up overcorrecting for my mistakes in Maluku, but that's just how it goes. And what do you think of the opposing tribe? Well, I know that they're all 17 and under, which, that's definitely going to be a really different dynamic on that tribe, I think. Like, everyone's kind of bonding over the fact that we're like, oh, we're the golden oldies, even though, like, the majority of our tribe is, like, 18. But we'll kind of agreed that maybe there'll be less drama on this side, which isn't necessarily true, but, yeah, I suppose I would rather be on a tribe of older people than of younger people, but I mean, I know that their returnees are really good. Grace is really, really liked and respected in the Tumblr Survivor community. Maria has played 3 times and gotten to the end twice. She was on Maluku, but I was never on a tribe with her, and we don't really know each other that well. And I'm not sure that she likes me. I could be mistaken. It could be just because we don't know each other, but I don't know. I just get that vibe. But that's probably just me being paranoid. And then Hannah, I kind of knew even before I started playing Tumblr Survivor, just a little bit through because we both blog Survivor. So it was really cool to see that she was playing. But yeah, the youngins tribe, I'm definitely not going to count them out just because they're young. I mean, there's a high chance that they could all be better at flash games than us because they're more into their gadgets and their computers. But yeah, I don't know. It's too early to tell, and I think it's a really strong cast and really, really nice people on my tribe, and yeah, just trying to stay on people's good sides and disguise the fact that I can't do a flash game to save my life. Yeah, so that's me.